All right, hey, first up in 1980s news, as reported by Nerdist, Supergirl is cut from the same cloth as our favorite Superman. So Millie Alcock is the fourth actress to play Kara Zor-El in the upcoming live-action Supergirl. But unlike the star of the original 1984 Supergirl and its her successors, Alcock will have a lucky charm in her film that others didn't have. While appearing on the Raiders of the Lost podcast, Alcock revealed that her Supergirl cape is actually partially made from a genuine piece of Hollywood history. The costume designers made it from the same fabric used to create Christopher Reeve's cape in Richard Donner's Superman. Oh, that's pretty wild. Like,
it concerned me at first because I'm like, why'd they chop one up? But that's not the case.
John, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
No. Like, no one should be doing anything with Superman's cape.
Like, those should just be in the Smithsonian, period. Don't cut them up. But they didn't cut anything up, so.
It was like extra, right? Like, did somebody have a bolt of this just laying around? And they're like,
that's what it sounds like.
Great.
Yeah, according to Alcock, she said, my cape in this film was remade using material from the original Superman cape. Yeah, I think that they found, I think that they found there was like 16 meters, which is about 53 feet of that material. So yeah, that's in the back of my cape now. That's a long cape. Holy cow.
It's like a train.
They might not have used it all, Will. Maybe just a segment of it.
Well, you're saying they shouldn't. Yeah, okay. Well, I did see, the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank, they have like a gift shop and a little museum of sorts. What would you call that? Is a museum, I guess.
Sure.
That's dedicated to, I don't know if it's always this, but the last few times I went, it was still this. The heroes, the superheroes. And they have a number of things, including one of them is Christopher Reeve's, one of his screen-worn costumes. And it's so cool. Wow. And it's next to Michael Keaton's Batman and Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. You know, I think it's right in the middle. Oh, it's just...
Whoa,
just
that's a triple threat right there. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, right. Yes, Trinity, as they're known in the comic books.
Trinity.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, sort of awe-inspiring. Of course, Reeve played Superman and his alter ego Clark Kent in the Richard Donner-helmed 1978 movie, as well as the sequels that followed throughout the 1980s. And it's not just his cape that has endured decades later. Reeve's portrayal of the Man of Steel single-handedly reshaped the character in comic books. So before the movie, Clark Kent was essentially just Superman wearing glasses. You may recall how George Reeves played him in the old TV show. It was pretty much the same. There was really no nuance to the different distinction between the two characters. But Reeve revolutionized this. Now, he was an actor trained at Juilliard School, so he was a legitimate theater-trained actor. But he portrayed Clark as an endearing, clumsy, high-pitched goofball. He changed everything about his character, from how he used his eyes, his posture, his voice. And I mean, come on. And that scene in, was it Superman 2 when he thinks about telling Lois? He takes off his glasses, right?
He transforms before your eyes almost.
Yeah.
And then he shrinks back into Clark. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, my goodness. So
good.
wonderful. Yeah. In his 1998 autobiography, Still Me, Reeve noted that during his flight to the test screen, and immediately I imagine Superman flying, but he means no one. He was on the airplane flying to a screen test. He realized that he needed to make Clark Kent's bumbling nature charming rather than annoying.
Yes.
To do so, he drew on Cary Grant's performance as Dr. David Huxley in the 1938 screwball comedy Bringing Up a Baby. Now, if you see Cary Grant in this film, you would think he is in fact just playing Clark Kent.
Oh,
really?
Nerdy. He's easily flustered. He wears thick-rimmed glasses. It's a demeanor and look that it seems like Reeve, was just able to adopt for the superhero. It's pretty wild. But all these things that Reeve brought to screen influenced the artists that were drawing Superman thereafter, including John Byrne, Gary Frank, and Frank Quitely. So there were comics following that immediately where they drew him to look more like Christopher Reeve and made the characters more distinct in the pages of the comics. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool that it's tragic what happened to him. Obviously, in 1995, I believe it was. But he had but I believe I think it's kind of, I don't know, full loop, closed loop. What do they call that? Full circle moment.
Yeah.
That his final performance was playing a character on Smallville. He played a doctor, a brilliant scientist who becomes a mentor to Clark Kent.
Oh, really?
Of course, that was
cool.
Yeah. That was just 8 years after the accident, and sadly, he died the following year. This isn't the first time, though, that modern DC projects have paid respect to Reeves' legacy. There's some footage on the internet you may have seen that Henry Cavill famously tried on Reeves' Superman suit during his screen test for Man of Steel. So they didn't have a costume for her to try on, and they were trying to figure out who's going to play Superman. So he's in that one, which is kind of wild. They just squeezed any actor auditioning for Superman into Christopher Reeve's costume. Wow. To your point, John, they could have wrecked that.
Spandex.
Yeah. I mean, it is spandex, but it's also age spandex, right?
Yes.
I mean, elastic cloth like that does not stay elastic
Those fibers.
forever.
Yeah, they split. They break. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the one in Warner Brothers, you could see, I think it's where the S is. Like you could see it's coming a little frayed and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
where it was sewed on. Yeah.
I was thinking about that Batman costume that Keaton wore. Like I can imagine that rubber, like especially around the eyes and the mouth and the nose.
Oh, yeah.
How that's probably cracking and yeah.
Yeah.
And of course you had to turn your head like this because you.
Yeah, there's no cracks in the neck.
No, the neck is solid.
Yeah. It's brick. Yeah. Brandon says, I'm there with you, Will. Oh, it's a call back to ASMR. I'm there with you, Will. The cleavage is icing on the cake. No, Brandon, I got to message you. There's this one gal. I think I'm falling in love with her. Don't tell my wife.
Oh my.
It also says one of the Superman costumes Christopher Reeve wore is in the Superman Museum here in Metropolis.
Yes.
Brandon,
as it should be.
Yeah. And we're talking about Metropolis, the actual city in the United States.
Yes.
Where's that? In Illinois, Brandon, right? Metropolis, Illinois, I believe.
Wait. Or Indiana. Wait. Oh, I knew this. Okay.
All right. No. Brandon will tell us.
It starts with an I.
Iowa.
Mark says, thank you for leaving the S on Superman's chest and not at the end of Reeve. Oh, yeah, of course. That's pretty wild, right? You had George Reeves and Christopher Reeve.
Yep.
You have those two actors that play this.
They just remove a letter each time they hire someone.
Yeah. Reeve.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it'll still be Reeve next time. Anyway, based on Tom King's 2022 comic book series, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, the latest live-action Supergirl follows Kara and a young alien girl, Noel, I'm going to say, as they hunt down Noel's father's killer. The film lands in theaters everywhere on June 26th. Yep. I'm excited about it.
I am too.
I think,
surprisingly, I wasn't sure I was going to be, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the Superman. We spoke about that here.
Yep.
But what I'd seen of Supergirl so far was looking a little more Guardians of the Galaxy. It wasn't looking Supergirl to me. And it still kind of does. Not that Guardians is bad, but I wanted something different. So, but I've come around. I'm interested now.
I think John's he wants serious cinema. No jokes, no funny.
Yeah.
It's a bit too far, but okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be he wants them to dial it down. Brendan says, Illinois. There you go. Yeah.
Yay.
I thought it was Illinois. Yeah, I want to go visit there. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.